Megovan and Melorn, well met friends, and welcome to this next part of our look at Shadow of Mordor. So, as you're going around the world committing genocide on the Orcus race in Mordor, you can also find some really fun collectibles. They help encourage you to explore the map and enjoy all of the fine ziplining Mordor has to offer. First of all are Elvish script left on buildings from long ago, presumably by Celebrimbor and his friends when they were hanging out in Mordor back in the day. There are also some really cool artifacts scattered throughout the world. Innocuous little items that you have to play a tiny mini-game to unlock the dialogue for, but they help do some world building. Here, take a listen.
He's in jail for a reason.
For saying what we're all thinking.
You want to live forever? Plow in this field?
I found this, Daddy.
This kind of rock is very rare. It comes from the volcano. There.
Idea here gone. I hide outside the camp and pray they do not find me. They are taking anyone they find into slavery.
Like I said, they are definitely an appreciated addition to the world building, along with skill challenges that you can find scattered about that help you expand on your skills with your 3 different fighting styles: stealth, melee combat, and ranged combat, which are definitely a lot of fun, and you could just find them anytime you're out in the world. And the developers did a really good job of making it feel like an organic world. Sometimes you'll be out and about just doing your own thing, and then something like this will happen. Yeah, okay, that was decidedly creepy, as well as not pleasant having somebody sneak up on you out of nowhere. But I have to say, this was a pretty inspired design choice. It's a great way to make the world of Mordor feel like an living environment that you're just trying to get by in, when you're not entirely sure when you might be ambushed by an orc war boss out of nowhere. I mean, yeah, you can sometimes spot them when you're running around the world using your Wraith sight, but it's still really fun when you can just be completely blindsided by an orc war boss and his posse out of nowhere. So our current mission is to try and destabilize everything so the Black Hand will be lured out. And the best way to do that is to murder all of the orc war chiefs and leave Ratbag the only one in charge. I mean, I think the universe would implode in 5 minutes, with him in charge. Something you can do to make your life easier is to take out their bodyguards ahead of time so you only have to fight the war boss alone, even if that can get somewhat tedious on occasion. And I'll be completely honest, I am not including the 455 times that I have died to name war bosses that all ganged up together on me. After single-handedly causing the orc orphanage crisis that's now ravaging the Mordor economy, Hellions' new Wraith powers manifest as I notice that I've got a new mission on the map. Maybe I'll get lucky and this will be the first time that the wildlings don't try and screw over a ranger from the wall. Yeah, I made a Game of Thrones reference. Come at me, HBO.
It is madness to stay here.
Yes, but circumstances have changed. Don't you see we have him on our side now?
Why would he want to help us? Weeks ago, he was our enemy.
Hey! Lady, stay in your lane. I'm the guy reviewing the video, not you. Stop doing my job for me.
The orcs are building a monument to honor Sauron. We have enough blasting powder to destroy it.
Fine. I'll take it and I'll finish this.
Not without me, you won't.
Thought your only concern was saving your wife.
So did I.
I'm sorry, does this random character development feel unnatural to anybody but me? No, it's just me? Okay, sorry. I mean, seriously, dude, we've interacted with you on 2 separate occasions. Once when you were aggrandizing and evasive about whether or not you could be actively helpful to us or not, and the second time when you were tricking us into helping you rescue your wife. Where did this sudden streak of hero for the people come from? But fine, I'll help you be Robin Hood with explosives if that makes you happy. And if it will help me contribute to my revenge-filled rampage across Mordor.
The monument is upon us. A tribute to darkness built by the blood of my people. I will relish its destruction.
Even Stalin wasn't this obvious with his evil villainy in his statues. Like, come on. Well, it's up to me to create a distraction so that they can sneak in with their explosives. And you know what? I can't help notice these huge racks of meat hanging from the ceiling. And I'm a big fan of that whole principle. Work smarter, not harder. Yeah, this is fun.
Everyone! To the monument!
I'm sorry, do I get a thank you or anything? No, that's fine. I get treated like this all the time. Oh, and it's up to me to shoot the archers that are currently murdering you all, and to push this stupid cart for you? You know what? Fine! Well, that was very cathartic.
You have sealed their doom.
My people believe they have just claimed their freedom.
Is that what you told them?
Men need hope. I just gave them what they asked for.
You know what? I'm not surprised. You're perfectly comfortable screwing me over. Why not the people who have put their very lives and trust in your ability to lead them to their own freedom? Sure, just lie and murder them by scores. That's fine. But while looking the map over, I noticed this little symbol show up. That might be worth following up on.
Hold, brother.
Huh, it's almost like if you act out of personal self-interest without adequately informing others of the risk, that there are actually consequences. Who would have thunk it?
Let me gather my men.
The servants of Sauron are foes beyond any of you.
Dude, you are a terrible leader. Just stop doing things. Let me deal with this.
Eren, it's time.
And like that, you are out of our lives and the story forever. Thank you. Meanwhile, at the Black Gate...
So the local war chiefs did nothing to prevent this sacrilege?
They all perished in battle, my lord. All except me, War Chief Ratbag.
Fortunately, you are still alive.
Oh no, this is so unexpected.
Bring me the head of this grave walker.
Claim the head yourself.
Really? That's the one-liner you want to go with?
Hey, I don't have much time to practice one-liners. You just go boo at an orc and they run away.
Really? You should have tried and used that to save your wife and son.
Oh, it is on like Donkey Kong. You may think I'm joking, but that's pretty much what he says.
Ranger from the Black Gate. Where was your bravery when we bled your wife and gutted your son?
So it's time for our first real boss fight this game, and it's actually kind of fun. You have to use most of the skills you've already mastered in melee combat while trying not to get ganged up on by trash mobs. Until...
How does your vengeance taste, Talion? Is not the darkness sweet?
Oh, I have had it up to here with you! You know what? I'm gonna murder you with the broken sword of my dead son for that!
You acted too hastily. There's much we could have learned.
Celebrimbor, I don't tell you how to do the being over 10,000-year-old dead ghost thing. Don't tell me how to do my revenging thing, okay?
Do you speak with the living? Or only with the dead?
Hubba. She's really cute. Quickly, say something smart.
Who are you?
Son of a Grog, we've ruined it! No!
My name is Lothariel, from the Sea of Nurnen.
But yeah, Lothariel has been sent by her mother, one of the rulers of a group of humans who live here in Mordor, to seek Talion. And she somehow knows all about the fact that we've got a ghost buddy. So, that's slightly intriguing.
I must gather provisions. The return to Nurnen is long and treacherous.
Well, I mean, I'm up for a long road trip. I may be dead, but I'm not that dead. So we're off to go try and make our rendezvous, only to discover a bunch of dead orcs that Lothariel has managed to kill. I love a warrior woman. Well, with that, we leave the battlefields of Mordor and head for the lake, also in Mordor, and my favorite part of the game. But we're gonna stop here for now. So let's discuss the first half of Shadow of Mordor. The opening portions of the game do a pretty good job of getting you invested and involved in Talion's personal journey. The free-roaming sandbox areas are a lot of fun to explore, and it's really fun to manage to get off that 400th stealth kill in a day. Character-wise, Talion can be a little disappointing at times, but Celebrimbor's story and mystery definitely make up for the lack of development that Talion's character gets after the death of his family for the most part. Gollum's inclusion feels a little forced, and I think is ultimately to the detriment of the story, especially when you see why he's here as part of Act 2. Hogger, Valar, whatever the name of the Outcast leader is, and the Outcasts definitely feel a little underdeveloped and underutilized. I really feel like they probably could have done with more than just 2 story missions to really round out what it is they're here and what they're fighting for, and to see what the effects of being enslaved by Sauron really has done to his people, and help provide some additional narrative stakes. Likewise, I really wish they had done more with the Hammer of Sauron and given us a little bit more background into why this particular human has chosen to serve him, where his armor came from, his weapon, just anything really. But let's go out on 2 high notes. Ratbag is an absolutely amazing villain. Cringy, slimy, completely useless, he's just a delight, and a great source of comic relief without ever overstaying his welcome. I'll admit I was legitimately a little sad to see him die. I hope you all will join me for part 3 of our Let's Look at Shadow of Mordor, since the Lake of Arndor is absolutely one of my favorite parts of the game, and I'm really looking forward to getting to share it with you. But until then, I hope that you enjoyed this video, or at least found it educational. And to round out the episode, I did promise you epic fireworks. So the only way to make fireworks even more epic is to add this bit from V for Vendetta. See you next time!
Wait! Here comes the crescendo!